Hi everyone, it's Calvin from the future, and before this video starts, there's some quick notes about a few things, so yeah, this is going to be important for the video as well. First of all, I did lose some footage. I'm just going to say it right now. It was only a small, 5-minute thing, so don't worry. It was right before the battle with Flowery. There's a moment where you fight all the other characters. It's such a bummer that I lost this. I don't know how I lost it, but again, it was a cool battle. If you want to know my thoughts, it was just a really cool battle with seeing all these characters that we really think are awesome, like the flowers. But again, I didn't lose the Flowery fight. All of it's there, and the final moments are there as well. Another thing is, I did fight the secret boss, but I didn't beat the secret boss. I didn't even get past the first phase, really. Tried my best, but the actual bomb move killed me for an hour straight. But I do think the actual boss looked cool itself, so I'm going to include my reactions to the actual boss and some of the stuff within the boss. And then we'll just cut it when I didn't do too well in the end. The third thing is, at the end of this video, this is the worst look I could ever have. And the other thing that happened was, while I was playing this episode, the last 3 minutes, I want to make this clear, there was 3 minutes left in the entire game, the entire chapter, the power went. And it was this thing where the switch flipped or something. It might have been something being plugged in or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna harp on it too much or cry about it too much. But it meant that basically my game wasn't saved, so it went back to right before the boss battle with Flowery. I ended up getting someone to send me a link to a full playthrough, no commentary, so I could see the last few minutes. And luckily, it was just 3 or 4 minutes at the end, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But still, I got to see the ending. But yeah, it was just really just the worst luck ever. But yeah, there's the 3 things I want to say before we start this as well, just so you guys know as we're going into this. I had an amazing time with this. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode of Deltarune Chapter 5. Yes. So the plan was to keep on going, but as you saw there, I did collect the coins that you need to buy this key to open this door, because I felt it was one of those things where it's pretty easy to do. There was so many places you can go back. And again, as I said, in the part there as well, I have no problem saying whenever I look up something or I get help for something. And this time I got help on something. So I have no problem saying that. I'm not going to sit here and be I figured it out. I never do that. I feel it's so silly and very transparent. I think you can always see when someone goes because sometimes there will be cuts where you have to be oh, I figured this out, right? That happens. That's just how the world works, right? And you did, that's Let's Plays. But I feel all the time, it's I'd rather always just be yeah, but this time I didn't just find out myself. I got help. And I did get some spoiler-free help as well. It's a mysteriously colored door. Suddenly, the mysterious key reacted. I wonder who could be in here. Gotta be someone new. Let's go, Chris. Gotta be someone new. Hello? Anyone in here? Bet you it's someone mega strong. Why are they building this up? Perhaps unique and memorable. Oh my god. It's just like being very fourth wall breaking about a secret boss. I hear someone. Oh, it's Orange. You chibi talking about me? How'd you get in here? Oh, it's just Orange. What do you mean, just Orange? I've been practicing. I'm extra now. I'm super. Chris, perhaps we need to use the key somewhere else. Oh no! Swastika, come on, we can beat her up if she's if she wants. Stop bullying me. All right, I'm telling. Oh, poor Orange. Thought we came to terms with Orange as well. Let's go check on her. Oh god, there's a save point here as well. Poor Orange. Orange, we just wanted to check on you. Leave me alone, you big ugly hatless long-eared free. Yay. Calm down. No calling people ugly, okay? Well, I'm telling my big sis. Big sis, what's her name? Marigold the giant Ralsei. Don't make fun of big sis. Or what? Spring may change to fall, but my season 2 would never falter? Whoever's making orange blue, the strongest flower will punish you? The prettiest soldier of Asgore's 7 colored flowers? What? Pink? Wait. Is that the... Big sis, you made it. Of course, friends never leave in corporeal danger. It reminds me of, I know it's not exactly the same because they look more human, but it reminds me a little bit with the tail and the dress, maybe? Maybe, oh, let me just look up, Undertale Switch exclusive boss here for a second. That's what it reminds me of, right? No, I'm gonna trust my instincts here. I think it looks like the Undertale Switch exclusive boss. Again, beautiful design. Now who's bullying you, Ori? Oh my god, the freaking classic anime style. Those guys, they've been bullying me all day. They keep acting like I'm not extra, like I'm small. They even said humans don't have tails. Of course we have tails. So can you beat them up? Leave it to me. Again, the very enthusiastic leave it to me. Look at the design is so good, man. Look again, it's like it reminds you. You know what? Like the face shape is actually like Keiko from Yu Yu Hakusho, and it's actually an angle that Keiko would do all the time as well. You know, the kind of side angle. Have you three been picking on Orange? She's really a sweet girl, just like a real Orange. If you just say sorry, maybe we could be friends. We were being nice. She started it. Psst, Rosé. You're right. We're sorry. I think it's one of those times that saying sorry is actually like a beneficial moment. So you shouldn't say sorry if you did anything wrong. But like in this situation, it's like, okay, look, I'm sorry if we upset Orange. We didn't mean to like, you know, trample on their feelings, you know? We just want to be friends too. There you go, Mew. Blech. Ori, you apologize too, Mew. See what I mean? This is a good idea. This is a good idea. Me? Why? You're always getting into fights, aren't you? You have to control your anger, Mew. Don't let grudges grow. I never make an enemy when you can make a friend. Oh my god, the peace side as well. I love the sprite also. Well, if you say so, big sis. Hey, Joix! I'm sorry too. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I feel better now. Thanks, Pink. Yeah, it's good to like make friends. No problem, Ori. Now let's go do normal flower stuff. Hey, wait a sec. Maybe I miscounted, but yeah, because I was thinking that too. Like that she's the 8th. There's 8 flowers then. If she's the 8th, right? Oh my god, the popping eyes. Ross, didn't we meet all 7 flowers already? Huh? Come to think of it, Asgore doesn't have a pink flower, does he? Big sis Pink? How long have you been my big sis? Oh no, man. I almost feel like maybe like whatever's about to happen, because this is clearly going to be a secret boss, right? Of course. Whatever is about to happen, I feel like maybe we should let it go. Well, just for our own safety. But again, my own enjoyment, let's do this. My own safety, you're a flower, of course you are. But then again, if they're manipulating Orange, then that's not a good thing either. Well, that's, How about you all mind your own damn business? Oh my god, the facial expression change as well. So what if I'm not really a flower? Who cares? I like being here. I like this world. I like this body. Sorry, Miss Pink, but this dark world is... It's kind of temporary. I get it. You kittens are gonna take it away, aren't you? Don't make me laugh. Pink is gonna punish you first. You'll be wriggling in the soil begging for forgiveness. That's the best way to apologize. You. Oh my god, here we go. Wait, the light sticks from the test dummies from Undertale. This is very fun. All right, dearies, this is going to be a long battle, so why don't you have an appetizer first? Oh god. Oh, the lava forty will have you tickle pig. I actually love this idea as well. Again, another enemy, by the way, or another character, I say, maybe not enemy is a bad word for it, another character that does that feels like we shouldn't be closing this fountain, that we shouldn't be taking this away from them. Oh god. Oh! Why is it purple? That stupid bug said it was fuchsia. Well, no matter, you're trapped now. Stop. The music. The sidebars as well, the backdrop being like, you know, a really cute picture of this character. This like Vocaloid song. The Vocaloid song is 100% a acknowledgement of the fact that, like, you could say as well, like, what do they call them? Like, not VTubers. They're called, like, those artists that do, like Hatsune Miku, right? In ways, I don't know what they're called, but, like, it could be an acknowledgement of that too. But I also like to think that, like, Toby's probably seen the countless Vocaloid songs about Deltarune and Undertale, you know? This is amazing. The song, the setting, viewers live. She's like an idol. It's so cool. What a great idea. Let's check. Mega Flirt, by the way. Giga Flirt as well. Share food. Item exchange for Doki. Mega Flirt. So we just share. So wait, what should we share then? Oh my god, the music, man! It's so crazy. What a great setting, lovely boy. Align your ghost in a magical girl's body. Wait, that's what she is? Susie decided to share an item with Pink. Fragrant, Pink liked it. 2 plus Doki, okay. Oh my god, the toy! Rossi looked adorable. Purple, you can't move, whatever. Figure out what to move, see if I care, Mew. So how do we do this? Oh. This is awesome. This is gonna be hard though. This is gonna be very hard. But very, very cool. Flirt. Magic. Flirt. And then lovely boy. You flirted Susie. Again, the lovely boy. So look at the outfits as well. Are these like school outfits? Now that you're purple, you're restricted in my feline web. Before this body, I was nobody, a ghost, nothing, so they are a ghost. Now I'm a sensation. I've got friends, enemies, neutrals. Neutrals? Even my own Doki meter. Hey, stop staring at that. Oh, sorry, stop staring at that. I thought it was Susie for a second. Oh, God. Oh, no, we have to stay out of this line. Oh, God. How, man? What the hell? This is crazy, guys. Jealous, I bet you are. I bet you want to steal this body like a little grumpy. No, we don't. Well, who wouldn't? It's even got its own limited edition voice clip. Oh, that's lovely. Here we go again. Oh, we have to go from both sides? How? How in the universe? How in the universe? Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be... I was right, because you know what happened? When I realized we got the key to this, I ended the last episode recording because I knew that we were gonna get to a point where it probably was gonna be like a really crazy secret boss as they usually are. But I guess I just like wasn't how do I say it? I was preparing, right? I knew it was gonna last for a while. I knew it was gonna probably last, because again, like, that's why I ended the episode last time. Not ended the episode, I ended my recording because like, I better record next time I have more time. Because wherever these secret bosses are, they're usually pretty crazy. Hearts came up. You can't move whatever. Figure out how to move. So we have to watch our... It's like a... In a way... We have to watch where the empty spaces are going to be. But I cannot do this, man. This is crazy. This is so crazy. We have to watch where the empty spaces are. So in terms of sparing, they have 0%, so... So this gets us 1 Doki. But we can share food. And maybe if we share something really good, we might get like a... Like if I share this, maybe we might get some better Doki. Pacify. More Doki. 2 Doki, okay. Okay. Pink light with 2 Doki. Now you see your purplish. Yeah, this is so hard. Enemies, neutrals, there's the Doki meters. Are the so we have to get maybe like, is it possible to get 15 here? So it is more than possible to do that, by the way. It's more than possible to do that. The music is so fun. It's such a fun idea. But it's hard. It's very hard. Just I bet you want to steal this body like a grubby pup. No, we actually, I don't mind you. I love the voice. The song, the presentation, everything is fantastic. It's so fantastic. So, how do you like? How do you even avoid like the spaces here? Even like, it's really crazy to me. It's really crazy. We probably should save that for when and use this instead, maybe. Raises TP 16% and 100 AP, so like giving that to Susie would be a good idea. You stupid gel pen, stop flirting! You're making my body's heart go funny! Die! This is tough. It's tough. It's definitely tough. Mega Flirt is, so we just do 1 Flirt to get more, and to get 2 Doki. We use some Revised Dust. It's almost time for my concert. Nowadays, just being in a tough battle isn't enough to scrape by, Mew. You've also got to be an idol on top of it. I mean, what is this? Oh, we're moving around like crazy this time. This actually could be, if, oh no. Could be a really cool way of us actually like being able to do this, but we're running out of items already. We should really put away the glow shards. Heals 130 HP. I'm gonna do that for Ralsei. We're gonna Flirt again, and then we're gonna do it. We could do Lovely Boy, or we do like another Doki thing as well. Susie flirted, Ralsei flirted. Chris used it, Flavi. So I don't know how we're gonna actually get to this point where we can like actually beat them. Maybe we have to get to 15 Doki. Stop making my body purr, you jerks. So they're happy with the flirting, but not so happy. How? In what universe or world? You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy. It's over, like, yeah, that's so tough. I gotta get rid of the glow shards and put them in storage, by the way. We need more healing for sure. And we need more, the group healing is so important here. Group healing is so important here. I feel like, anyway. So if we go into storage, if I put my glow shard here as well, and my Lancer cookie, but is that, I forget, like, am I not supposed to put these in storage? Because we need as much items as possible. Dark Burger can go in here as well. And then we go Flowery, we have to get something for This could be good to use just at the start, right? For sure. Yeah, and to use gradually maybe as well, but... And I guess just like 2 more of these, I guess. And let's save again. We can, again, we're just gonna try our best. And we're gonna defend with Chris as well, so they can defend themselves, I guess. So this is a really cool idea. I just really suck at it. See what I mean? We should have gone up there. It's so tough. It's really tough. And I'm going to use, like, say, just using the spaghetti code right away. Just a little bit of a health boost. Yeah, we got... I definitely got hit there in a bad way. I'm going to heal Ralse. And then we're going to go to flirting again. And then we can do Lovely Boy again just to get some more TP. Oh, we can move on to slightly. How? It's crazy. It's such a crazy thing. It's such a crazy idea. I'm like so nervous about this, like of even being able to do this. It's such a crazy idea. Like look at this already, we're getting absolutely trampled by this. Build up our Doki a little bit as well. Oh, and this is this one as well, which actually, you know, wasn't so bad originally, but now that I think it's not so bad, I imagine it's gonna bring us a lot more failure. You know what I mean? It's like, when you're not thinking about a boss, it can be like a little bit simpler. I guess, you know what I mean? But that one's not too bad. So if we go flirt, flirt, and then flirt just to bring up some Doki. This is so tough. I think... Oh, see, we should have gone down. So tough. And then I'm going to use a spaghetti code. Just to top us all off. Oh, I should have seen I was on the line there. It's so, this is crazy. It's crazy. I'm just gonna go for it because I know I think I'm about to like get absolutely like killed here as well. Yeah, man, this is so tough. It's so tough. It's not fun, but it's really tough. It's super tough. A little bit disheartening, but like I feel like we can get this done. Defend. Flirt. Just start off with some flirting and some lovely boys. So this one... I think we have to just like treat it as a rhythm game sometimes. If I'm being real with them. Max TP. Yeah, we have to build our max TP a lot here. I'm not good at that whatsoever. My brain just can't function. The roamer brain can't function. Again, this is so tough here. Like, how do you even... I don't know. Like, it just... My brain can't even comprehend it right now. It's crazy. My brain can't even comprehend it. And I don't know what's happening. The music is so great, though. It's so great. At least we can get TP as we're doing this, because again, it's too much. It's, in my view, it's like it's too much of a move. I should use Revive Dust first. That was very silly of me. So this is kind of like a great way to get TP. And now we got more people down as well. Lovely stuff. And this with the Revive Mist would have been great. Yeah, and we haven't even got as much Doki as we did before, you know? It's awful. I know this is gonna kill me. So up. Man, this is where the revive thing would have been so good. Yeah, it's just not. I think I'm overcomplicating this part a lot. Yeah, I think I am. Now when I look at it, it's like, that's actually not too bad at all. But still, I don't think this is going to be the round. I'll be honest with you. Wait, what did I do? Too many downs now. That was very close to a loss there as well. We can do a Mega Flare to see what happens when we get Doki + 5. Doki meter max. Hey, what does that mean, Mew? Hey, what is this crap? I didn't tell you to reel it in. Special love sequence activated, Mew. Hey. Wait, what? It's like a dating sim? What's going on? School? It's like a freaking dating sim. I don't even go to school anymore. Do you want to walk me home? Yes, sure. It's because you think this body is cute, right? Sure? You wish you never met me, right? No. Alright, good enough already. This is over. Was that the right thing to do? Only 25%. Oh my god, guys. This is going to be difficult. We're not doing it in this round. Easily we're not doing it in this round, by the way. I like them. You? What? No. We want to kill them. Look. What is this? Oh, really cool idea as well. Yeah. This is the... This is the final run. This is for the final run for sure. I can kill Susie, but don't hurt them, you. Hey, you're my body, get it? My body means so. There's like a miscommunication here with the voice that's appearing, I guess, inside of her as well. You do what I want. So oh my god, man. What is this? Oh, we have to go down. Oh god. This is so interesting. Again, it's a really cool idea for a... How do I get hit? Oh no, how do I get hit and he walks into the white thing? This is going to be very difficult. This is very tough. I think it's just we have to be... I think multiple healing items would be good too, so I don't know if we should go buy, see if we can get more team healing items. That to me would be the very good... That would be the good idea, is to buy more team healing items. So... do we have... We don't have any more. We can go down to the other area and buy it, but like... I mean, this is cool to have as well. But, I mean, having an item like this would be very good for us as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. RSVP. It's a guest list. It seems like everyone's invited, including you. Oh, cool. Okay. The only reason I'm worried about using my dollars, if there's another like break after this, I don't know if there's, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if there's gonna be another break down the line. I don't want to spend it and then like have no way of like doing that. So revive dust is there, so let's see what we can get. What's like what doesn't give us that much HP? So these are good to have, the group healings. Spaghetti code, like, I feel like is not that useful though. I think we could definitely replace that with an orange juice or something. Or what's it called? A green tea. Right? The Shikola is very good as well. Do we have any more of that? I don't know if we have any more Shikola. Maybe more items to raise our TP as well might be a good idea. Okay, let's just try this anyway. We'll save again. And this time, we actually should also equip Susie with the item we just got there as well, right? Yeah. We could sell some stuff for sure and buy some more stuff. For sure. But let's just try our best in this as well. Defend at the start rate was the best weakness. And then just start flirting as much as possible. Gain the max TP. I feel like we have to like get better at the stuff early on because it's only going to get harder. I went too far up there. And bad run there already. See, once you get like out of the swing of things, it gets really, really difficult in my view. Like once you mess up once, it's hard to get back into the idea of like doing it right, you know? It's, you know what I mean? It's really difficult. Act. Should we be like prioritizing trying to get this like this done, the Giga Flirt? So should we be trying to get 80% T? So should I just like be defending until we can get that maybe? And then keep trying to do the... Does Susie have a heal, by the way? So if you use a Chicola and then we go with an expanding Lovely Boy then as well. I don't know how you block all that. It just doesn't make sense to me. My brain isn't working. How much TP do we have? We don't have enough. Okay. So now we have enough max TP, I feel like. We have 77 TP. So we actually are very close to being able to use... We can use this, but like 10 is pretty great for this. So if I go... First of all, for us to use like maybe a... Who needs healing the most? Maybe like... Give it to Ralsei. And then do like... That uses a lot of TP though. If we do one flirt... Maybe. Again, this is a great way to get TP. This is the easiest move, but then again, as I say that, it could lead to us like messing up a bit. That happens to me all the time. As soon as I say something's easier. They didn't give us hearts at the end there. That's really upsetting. I don't know why they didn't give us they usually give us the stuff at the end. We can again I feel like maybe we should just do Mega Flirt then if we like if we're Mega Flirt X. You know what I mean? Like, see, we can do that. We can. We can do another Mega Flare and get to 5 here as well. And only use 40% TP. Alright, I didn't even see the one on that side. Might as well, yeah, get to the 15. And this is where we get into this stuff as well. Which I don't know if like the choices matter here. Maybe it's the timing as well. Wait, what? Oh, did they skip it because we did it already? Now we have to raise our stuff again? That's tough, man. And then they're fighting with their body again as well. Such an interesting thing as well, isn't it? We can do a little bit of flirt as we're doing this as well. And then do Lovely Boy again. This is really terrifying. I feel like I'm not getting hit here. What's happening? What am I getting hit by there? I like them. I want a new hat, Meow. She's trying to kick the doggy meter away as well and stop making my heart beat. So she actually is. This is so hard for me. Yeah. It's super difficult for me. Let's date. Yeah, it's like overcoming her as well. Let's go. Like, is this gonna help us at all? Listen, buddy, we are pink, and we never go on a date again. Got it? Again. So they definitely don't want to go on a date here. Oh, go look at that. We're downed already again. I think making the one move that was actually a little bit of relief, something that's not a relief anymore, kind of bothers me a little bit, because it's like, you know, the one thing I was able to do is now going to be something I can't do. Oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. So, I'm going to go back to the top of the castle, and we're going to go to last room. Now, I have a bunch of items here, but I don't know if we should go like use our flower dollars to buy some more items. As you can see, I bought items for the last battle as well, but I think that these items would be very good for what we're doing here, right? Like a Shikola revived us, a flower. Yeah, I think we could survive with this stuff, right? But I feel like maybe buying more group items might be good. We'll see what happens anyway, because again, it definitely is going to be like a thing where like this is like final battle territory. I really feel like that way. And again, like it's just, it says last room. Like that's, you know, a perfect way of like expressing it. Oh. Chris. Susie, Rosse. So you finally made it. The fountain's just a step away now. Come here. I love you guys' perspective on Flowery, by the way. Fate should say we are destined to fight, but I believe in you three. I believe you have the power to change that fate. So will you use it? Or will you prove your fantasy stronger than ours? There it is. That's the whole thing. Is that it is a battle of fantasies, a battle of loves. It's tough. It's so tough. You know, because no one's truly evil in this moment. It feels like, oh my God. So you made up your minds. Listen, since the beginning, we were love. Your father grew us a rainbow bouquet of 7 flowers, as opposed to your mother. Oh. Flowers are only supposed to live for one smiling day. And yet he did not let us go. He kept us alive alongside his love. So these 7 flowers are representative of love, like Asgore's like Asgore's flowers for Toriel, and he kept those flowers alive. And again, it says alongside his love, that means like, again, like we know his love for Toriel is like this like undying thing where he will not let it go. And that's represented through the flowers he kept alive. Every day he watered us, he talked to us, he sang his dreams to us. And each day we wished we could do something in return. Oh, and that makes sense why they wanted to, like, you know, make him happy. His friend grew sick and we could do nothing. His money ran out and we could do nothing. There's the financial problems as well. His family left and we could do nothing. Oh, that's so unfair. That's so unfair. Because again, I think it's like intentionally written this way where like where Flowery sees Chris being distant to Asgore in some ways as Chris's fault, as Toriel leaving Asgore as Toriel's fault, as you know, Azrael like not being around all the time as their fault. And the reason they see it this way is not because there's like, I truly believe that, you know, the game feels that way whatsoever, but it's because they love Asgore so much and believe he deserves happiness so much that the idea of his family becoming distant towards him is a punishment. It's a unfair situation. When the reality is, it's like you're not entitled ever to people, you know, first of all, people like being around you all the time. You're not, I know it sounds harsh to say, but like, because sometimes it is like one of those things, if you abandon your family for a really horrible reason, you're not a good person, right? Or if you abandon, like, say, like your child or something, that would be absolutely horrible. This isn't a situation where like where we think this isn't. No, not even think, but this isn't a situation where like because they haven't given any evidence that Toriel did anything wrong, right? I was only saying we think because you never know like what could come up later. But the thing is, like, we have to go what we have. This is a situation where like clearly there was a lot of blame put on Asgore for something. Toriel feels one way. She's moved on, or she's trying to move on at the very least. She's moving on. There's a thing where like, you know, Chris is distant from Asgore, and the reason I believe that is to be so as well is because every single time Chris talks to Asgore, it's about financial troubles or Toriel or the family or something as well, when Chris probably just wants to talk to Asgore about, you know, life. Hey, let's talk about this video game I have. Let's talk about this and that as well, you know? So when you have like someone like Toriel who like actually didn't do anything wrong, you know what I mean? And we could sit here with any character and be like, you know, I could sit here and say like, oh, like maybe Ross did something wrong. Maybe you know, you like that's a true, right? Yeah, maybe we'll find out something they did wrong down the line. But all we know is that Toriel's moving on. Asgore can't. There's a lot of things I feel like you can like criticize Toriel for. I don't think this is one of those things. You really can't. Now, if it is what Asgore says and like whatever happened to separate them was like something to do with like the fountains and stuff as well that he tried to make him believe, it's still one of those things where like it's not Toriel's fault for believing whatever he said is like, you know, to be what he's trying to convince her was not true. Whatever that is, he said something he got blamed for or something that was put on him or something like that as well. He said he wasn't his fault. I still don't blame Toriel for that. You know what I mean? It's just a situation where clearly, like, if it is like some blame that was put on Asgore for something, that's not necessarily a thing where you can go like, yes, you could say like, you know, Toriel afterwards, if she realized it wasn't Asgore, could be like, I'm sorry for whatever happened, but like that doesn't mend the fences. You know what I mean? Sorry for going off on a tangent here, but like, I just think this one line is just like very unfair. But then again, this is coming from like someone who's not trying to be fair to the world. They're trying to, you know, keep their love for Asgore and show their love for Asgore. And to them, it is unfair from their perspective. Or sorry, what they say is fair from their perspective. And yet he still cared for us. Weak, useless flowers that could do nothing in return. But now, our time has come for flowers to be the heroes and build a world where all his kindness may be repaid. Chris, this is your final chance. If you really believe your world is better, then stand against us. Again, it's a battle of worlds, a battle of fantasies. Hey, my recruits.
Lend me your power!
Wait, these are my recruits. Wait, did he take the power of all the... Should I have not recruited people? Right now? Oh, we're on top of the flowers as well. Oh my god, the music. All right, Chris, if you want to prove your worth, charge up your bravely colored heart. Charge up. I held it. Okay. It's through the blue. Okay. I held it down, and that's what they meant by charge. Okay. Yeah, press and release into dash. Yeah, because I was trying to press the music. I was trying to press it once, but it didn't work. Straightening the pedals without a plan. So there's lyrics and everything. Like the every daily, wish that bothers the flower man. Could I do something to make him laugh? Inside my little chamber made of glass. So he lived the flower man. This music, man! With his heart in the sand. So he stands to watch the whole wide world from a can. Way up high in the sky. Oh my god! With the sun in his eyes. Ain't it nice? To the life forever for flowers. Oh my god, that was a really cool idea as well. And again, the idea of like looking at Asgore from this like glass case that kept them alive, right? Not being able to actually do anything, but now they feel like they can do something. Finally, they can make Asgore, in their view, happy, right? It's so heartbreaking in a lot of ways too, because it is like a really beautiful idea. So yeah, it's press and hold, by the way. I was just pressing it down once, but S action. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The music, the setting. Flowery. Oh, and just again, it's showing right there. It's Flowey, right? Like, look right there. Like, there's no mistaking it. That's Flowey's colors. Being taken shape from the golden flower. Everything about him is an illusion, but with hope, can he make it real? Oh my god, look at this as well. Susie gave it all a TP increased. Rossi gave it all a TP increased. You know, I had wanted you to meet the other flowers. To see how wonderful they all are. They are wonderful. They're so amazing. This is actually quite fun. How does one do that? Like, genuinely, I was like, did we not do that right? So if heal prayer. Also gives on TP increase. So we have a TP max. Even if broken, I am more than glass. So he lived, the flower man. Sorry, I didn't see the lyrics of the top, guys. I was so focused on the thing. With the heart in the sand. So it's the same lyrics. So he stands to watch the whole wide world from a can. Way up high in the sky. With the sun in your eyes. Ain't it nice? Live forever. Flowers. It's really cool what they're doing here as well. Yeah, I shouldn't have used 2 Shikolas. Oh no, I guess it's okay. We topped off. Yeah, we topped off. If everyone would just be friends, you might turn over a new leaf. Great line. Oh my. How do you... How, buddy? That's okay. Really cool idea, but we're gonna be able to do this. Is waiting for the touch of his hand. Straightening petals out without a plan. Like every daily. Wish that bothers the flower man. Man, could I do something to make him laugh? Again, it's this whole thing of like wanting so desperately to make him laugh. I think it's the same lyrics again as well. So Posey. Posey's 64% TP. S action. R action. Way up high in the sky. It's actually a really beautiful sequence, guys. It's such a beautiful sequence. You engaged in a perfect pose. It was highly effective. Only 10% though. Susie gave it her all. TP increased. Ralsei gave his all and TP increased. But I see your hearts are set in stone. Your world, your fountain is more important than ours. So we can actually just avoid it if we wanted to, I guess. Man, I'm really bad at that, but it's really fun. That's the thing. I can see like the fun in exploring that. And again, this sequence. Heal an ally. And then... Wait, no. I think using that TP for that might not be a good idea. Why not get max TP? Why not? Oh my god, I love the outfits as well. Yeah. Imagine at a branch where we didn't have to fight. We could even call it pacifist route. Oh my god. How do you defeat of the 20 flower man? Is this the same lyrics each time? Is there an third time? This is so crazy because again, I feel like every part of this is going to be so fun. I want to make that clear. I feel like every power. Oh, mash for mercy. Like a flower. Susie and Chris. Only 5%. Watch the whole wide world. Chris, isn't your mother calling you? Oh my god. See, no, this is, I want to make this clear. This is really great. This is really sick. But it's just like making mistakes here, and I can't wait to like maybe master, because I don't think we're going to do it on this run through, but like I can't wait to actually like maybe like get really good at it, or maybe like moderately good at it. You know what I mean? Blow away. Should we try this one instead? How come it's only 5%? What's happening there? You think that's gonna stop me? You're not the only one that can act. What? Wait, he gave us mercy as well. Oh my god, I won't lose my friends behind me. Oh, Aqua. Seth, remember the patterns I taught you? I improved them. Watch. We're down. Oh god. We are down, but we have a revive dust. Aqua, let's play knife cutting. Oh, Aqua, it's always so fun. Absolute sweetheart. How do you avoid the knives there? Oh man. It's tough. I know like we can avoid this. Yeah, but I need to do better next time around as well. Spin. This is our dream. Nightmare, nightmare. Oh god. Yeah. Okay, I need to do better the next round through. Wait. We lost. What? Get a chance. You're earlier than 100 years to beat me. Now be like a tree and leave. Your time is over. Damn it, we wasted those items. No way. Green, you cooked back up all the items we used? Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. You're the best, Green. Chris, you're not holding back, are you? We can beat him this time, I know it. Let's go. That's so interesting how, like, again, we lost to Flowery. So interesting. Instead of having a game over screen, it's like showing us that, like, you know, it's almost like a battle of, like, I don't know what you would call it. And like, if it is a battle of like my fantasy versus yours, is the fact that he's won already. He's beaten us. He's in a way like he's, you know, been like, I won, but we're going to keep trying to fight back and back. We're not letting this go. You know, it's kind of brutal in a way, right? This isn't a game over. He's not trying to kill us. He's not trying to end our lives. He's trying to tell us to get out of here. It's such an interesting premise. So this... Let me start. Maybe, just maybe, this time to listen. Oh my god. You don't have to hold it for as long as I thought. You don't have to hold it for as long as I thought. Chris, press X to release the dash. So Posey and Posey X. Everyone pose together. You engage in a perfect pose that was highly effective. You know, I had wanted you to meet the other flowers. That's the same lines before, right? So we got better there as well, for sure. Your acts have changed. Blow away. I don't know, is it always just 5%, or can you do better? If everyone would just be friends, you might turn into a leaf. I just realized the thing was coming behind us. Act. Defend. This is such a beautiful sequence. Like your heart set in stone, your world and found is more important than ours. This is so hard, man. What? Stop. Please. Imagine if you didn't have to fight. You don't have to hold it down, that's the thing as well. Well actually it might be a good idea to do a blow away and then and a club sandwich. Just to top off as well. Again, the whole thing of like giving us mercy as well is it just feels like that battle of like you know, again we said fantasies. He's not trying to kill us. This isn't like a thing where like he wants to hurt us. At least that's my view of it. Maybe you guys have a different view of it. And I'm not saying that Flowery is like this, you know, morally justified character, but I'm saying that like to me, it feels that way, right? Playing knife cutting game. So this one's really difficult for me. So we actually have to hit these. Yeah, that's the thing. We actually have to hit them. That's fine. I'm going to use this on Ralsei. I'm going to use a Fanta on Susie. And then I'm going to do a raise our TP a little bit. Just get smarter for Asgore. Again, they're trying to impress Asgore, right? Oh my god, it's so difficult, man, for me. It's so difficult for me. Well, using a revive just there wouldn't be the best idea in the world. Spin. And then this is Susie, so a green tea on Ralsei. Susie is the green tea. Orange, be brave, it's your turn. Again, Flowery's so supportive of Orange here. Big bro, they won't beat our combo. That's so tough. That's so tough. So good. The music's so good. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do it this round either. I know that's hip. Just kidding? That was brutal, man. That was brutal. Praise. I'm gonna have to use my items, and that's just the thing. Like again, I don't think it's gonna be this round that we're gonna do this, but at least we can top ourselves off. Asgore, if I'm courageous, you'll be proud of me, right? Oh, this is so sad, isn't it? This is so difficult for me. And yeah, we can use the revive dust, but like it's over. Don't cry, Orange. Tears are for weddings day. Weddings day. Oh my god! Again, the wedding. Just kidding is crazy. That is like to me, like my least favorite move of the bunch. I think you can say with comment that's because you're not good at it. Probably. You know what I mean? More than likely, probably. We can't even praise. We need like way higher for praise. over. Yeah. Man, it's very, like, it's gonna be a thing where, like, I think we're gonna have to just, like, you know, continue to learn. Damn it! This isn't a school for weaklings. Chris, you can train in another life. This one's already over. You're not gonna let him say that, are you? So, our items get cooked up again. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the foyer. And I'm actually going to buy some stuff here to do group healing. Because I feel like it's the best option. It's one of those things where like, it's very doable. Like, this is going to be very doable. It's going to be more than doable. Right? Storage, and I think it's gonna be a matter of like maybe as well just topping ourselves off as well, like for example, like say replace one of these with like a Chicola, replace one of these with a Chicola. I know it's like less healing, but like the topping off nature of it is gonna be really good for us. I actually think, yeah, putting in a Chicola there as well. I mean, Club Sandwich replaced with Chicola also is a good idea, but I feel like Club Sandwich is good too. Other than that, I think that, like, yeah, it's one of those things where we're just gonna have to get better at it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. And I feel like it makes sense to me why, because you know what I said, like, we usually would have, like, a lot of practice when it came to battles? I don't think that's the case this time. And the reason I say I don't think it's the case is because we haven't gotten a lot of practice with battles, but one thing we have now is this is not a traditional battle. This is like a whole new thing we have to learn, a whole new pattern we have to learn. So the game not giving us like ultimate practice with like so many battles over the whole course of the whole game kind of makes sense now. It's like narratively like and mechanically like it makes sense. In my view. Take that anyway. Nice little posy as well. Yeah, that's not too bad, honestly, but it's just later it gets a little bit harder, I think. That's tough to do, man. Unless you can do more, I'm not sure. Oh my god, the outfits as well are so great. Everyone just pretends you might turn of a new leaf. Yeah, we did better on that as well. You see what I mean? I think we're getting better each time, which is what's kind of crazy about this. Like, that's why I think that, like, you know, having practice for battles wasn't actually, like, totally necessary. They're giving us the mercy thing. We're going to have to talk about this after as well. It's so important to me. Let's go. So hard for me. Well, actually, we should do a spin and then have them do the Chicolas just to top off. So this here oh, we just have to let it hit. Okay, that's fine. We can use an item to heal, maybe like a... And then we can do like an S action. Again, I'm aiming for the green. We just have to aim for openings. I'm not very good at aiming for openings either, as you can see. But it's okay. Again, act. Spin. Item. A green tea for Ralsei. Yeah. Here we go. The second hit, the follow-up hit is always very hard for me. We have to get better at that for sure as well. I think we can use a... Oh, am I attacking here? Flowery. We need... Yeah, so I think I'll use a Shikola. And then we'll do... Yeah. Just kidding is so funny. Yeah, we're getting better at that for sure. We're getting better at that for sure, but I think that's the whole point. It's like it's definitely like something that like it's about practice, right? So hard for me. So hard for me. Green tea on Chris. Shikola. To top off. What? And the follow-up is so hard. But we have to deal with it. I keep pressing attack by accident. I think it's because I'm very, like, nervous. Yeah, the thing is, like, right, we did not do well on this one either, I feel like, but we did better than we did before. Right? For sure. Now, I guess yellow and blue will be brought in. Yeah. The one to give us hope. We know Flowery, we're here to play our part. If we're not too, like, that could be easier if we try our best. I keep pressing attack. That could be so much easier. So justice, begin the trial. Oh no. So Shikola. You got a partner. Sorry for not reading that, guys. I'm very nervous. This theoretically should be easier, but I'm still making a lot of mistakes here as well, so I keep pressing attack. I think it's just because I'm so nervous. Enough of this act, I'm finishing this. Let me prove without a doubt, Flowery isn't as innocent as he behaves. Susie and Chris were jailed illegally, so is he not just gonna get like out of this like very easily? Oh no, wait. So there's a prisoner's outfit, a piece of moss, and cuffs for the wall? Oh, the moss was the moss? Because I think it's like trying to be a trick question in a way. But I remember it was the moss that we ate, right? Okay. This moss was their prison food. Innocent people don't belong behind bars. Since when are we thieves innocent? This petal feather, you stole it from the shrine. Oh, Aqua, it was a gift. Since when was it hers to give away? Yeah, but that's not how stealing works. Too bad it looks like it's back to jail for it. I did it. I did all of it. It was my idea. Ralsei. Chris, Susie, I'm sorry. Finish it. Wait, what? Not bad, Raleigh, but I didn't get your friends any closer to the Dark Fountain. It's so interesting because, like, Ralsei being a self-sacrificial person all the time and now doing it once again in this battle. I wonder if it is a way to kind of be like to flowery. Yeah, I am like that. And my friends care about me too. Because remember they established earlier, Ross was like, yeah, look, see, Chris cares about me also. Chris thinks about me also. Oh God, enough, Chris. I don't need a child to expose the truth. We've watched you since you were a child. Oh my God, how personal. I know that you've changed. I don't know what your plans are, but if they involve Asgore, this is as far as you go. And again, there was a change in Chris, but then again, you could say teenager, but also vessel stuff. You know, feel it, smell the power of flowers. Oh God. Oh God. That was so crazy. We have a Fanta, but I think Club Sandwich might be a good idea, even though it won't get us any higher. This is dangerous. I think Club Sandwich. Oh, I can almost feel death happening there as well. So we have a Fanta, so I'm going to probably use that on Chris, right? To heal up a bit as well. Oh my God, it's so hard. No! 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 No, it's the timing is so weird. Hey, shall we see that face again? Sometimes makes you think you like losing, Raleigh. You enjoy seeing me win, don't you? And yet you still want to wipe my face's smile. What a mystery, Chris. You better figure him out. Because he doesn't even understand himself. Oh, that's so brutal. Because the truth is, like, what he's saying is that Ralsei wants Flowery, in a way, wants Flowery to win. Because there is a feeling of, like, if they win, that means their fate has been defied. Man, that last bit of timing, I think it was just nerves as well. That last bit of timing effed me up so badly. We can do this, though. Great stuff. Okay. I get. There's such nerves there as well. Oh, 9% only. That's so bad, though. That uneven thing is gonna come back to haunt us. It's gonna come back to haunt us. It's gonna come back to haunt us. It's gonna come back because that means one extra move at the end, basically, which is not good. You know what I mean? Unless we get like a 25% at the end or something. Oh. You know what I mean? Oh, 1%? No! Because again, it's done in stages. Oh. That's so brutal. That's so brutal. That is so brutal. But it's not like I can do. Like, I failed. You know what I mean? I failed the timing because of nerves. I could do 10% if you let me do that. The timing is so hard for me there. It's so hard for me there. Topping off will not be a bad idea. Oh, we didn't need to with Ralsei. No, that was a bad idea, but it's okay. It's okay. Everyone's topped off, though. So brutal, man. I think this is definitely for me. The toughest of the boss battles I've done in this game, probably in terms of the main boss battles, like main boss battles. I know someone's gonna be like, well, I didn't find it that tough. It's like, yeah, with me. I'm talking about my experience. I'm sure you did fine. I'm sure you did amazing. And I believe in you, and you did fantastic. Well done. Let's see. You just have to hit them all along the way, I guess, right? It's such a beautiful move if you can get it right, I feel like. You know what I mean? It's such a beautiful move. Oh my god, look at Raw save. So difficult for me. So difficult for me. Spin. Green tea for Chris. Get them out. Again, this is a poor run. See what I mean? The timing is. I always hate like when boss battles do this too. Like, you know what this reminds me of? You know when boss battles in, like, especially Dark Souls. You know in Dark Souls when they, like, an enemy will, like, pick up their big great axe and they'll hold it there and you roll and then they go, now I hit. It's like, no, like, stop. Just hit with a proper timing, please. Yeah, I don't think it's the run either. I think I made too many mistakes too early. And that's usually a problem for me, you know what I mean? Just kidding is brilliant. Like it's actually just masterful. You can't even fault it. Does anyone need some healing? I guess we could top off people with Chicola, right? We could. Oh god. It's so rough for me. This is a horrible run, by the way. This is an absolute horrible. Unless we can do something here, can we? We can do this for 5% mercy, and it probably would get rid of these two. Yeah, but now we have to deal with this now as well. Susie's the only one that can maybe survive after this. Like technically, this should be the easier one, but my brain is like again messing up in such a way that sucks. Well, first of all, I think we need to heal ourselves to make sure we have like ultimate healing here. This is nuts. This is no. I was gonna fail it. That move's not nuts. That should be easier. No worries. Just realize flowers are the real heroes. And at this point, it's like, hey, you should probably be. Yeah, I know it's one of those things where, like, again, I always say like you're always gonna get comments of people being like, I beat this when I was 3 years old, you know, for old games. But in this case, since it's just came out, people will be like, I beat this when I was blindfolded, Calvin. So yeah, it's tough for me. I have no problem saying that. But I think that's like the internet though as well. Like while like, you know, I think some people do find some bosses like a lot easier because again, like sometimes I'm just not good at bosses. That's just a fact. I do notice that like if you ever like see like a Reddit thing or something, like, you know, if you randomly like, you know, because obviously in the past, like years ago, like, and not even years ago, but like sometimes you will like be like, oh, is there a strategy I can use to like beat this certain boss? You know what I mean? Like, and not on the channel, because on the channel I always tell you guys if I do ever like look up a strategy or whatever, I have no problem saying that I've you know, Ace Attorney, remember, like just recently I remember I was just like, hey, I looked this up, you know, I didn't know how to beat this or answer this question. But like you know, you always find those things like on a Reddit thread. Someone like the first thing you find is like, did anyone else find this super hard boss easy? And everyone's like, yeah, me too. And you're like, okay, guys, come on. Did anyone else find this like super? And then there's one person in the thread being like, actually, I think this boss was hard for a lot of people. Not me. And you're like, okay, guys, come on. Yeah, and I'm not saying, again, as I said, I'm just trying to like make a joke here, and people might be like, "Come, you're just trying to cope with the fact that you suck at this." And it's like, oh, I know I'm not good. I know we ain't doing good. But I just think it's always very funny, you know. if there is a hard boss, people will talk about it more as how like they destroyed it. I kind of love this move, but also hate it. I love it because it's actually like quite fun, right? But at the same time too, it's like also like crazy difficult to time it, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like for me anyway, it's very, very difficult to time it as well. Is it possible to get more than that as well? Like, is it possible to get more than 5%? And we're only getting into these guys now. We can't spin just yet, so... Actually, since no one needs to heal right now, a defense isn't a bad idea. Yeah. And then we can do an act and do a... Actually, since no one needs to heal right now the second, doing a little spin like that. And not that it matters anyway, much so anyway, but now it's the 2, isn't it? Yeah. We can do a spin. We can do a spin like this, which I'm almost tempted to do. But now we're gonna have to deal with this, which is a lot harder. Jesus, dude. It's so tough for me. At least a little bit of a top off. Holy hell, man. Holy hell. Just not doing good. Again, I want to make this clear. This is so fun. I hope it doesn't make... I hope like me being like a little bit down on myself doesn't feel bad, because I'm actually having a great time. That was rough with a capital ow. Praise. Chicola. I'm gonna top everyone off with a club sandwich as well. We did better that time. We did better that time. We still don't have enough here as well, so... I could top everyone. I feel like we have to wait for this to be a little bit more effective though, but I feel like topping everyone off to like, you know, a good level here is not a bad idea. So I'll go defense. How? How? Well, we should definitely do this. Praise, and then we'll do a green tea on Ralse. I feel like some of my runs have been cursed here for sure. So we can do a Chicola, and then also maybe just to get everyone topped off. So crazy. We can't even do justice yet. Green tea. We're gonna be using all of our items here, basically. We can use better heal, but I feel like we shouldn't do that. Again, because I'm just gonna fail again. I mean, it's better than before, but we need 100% TP, man. It's so freaking crazy. Magic. S action. No, we probably should defend. Well, no, yeah, defend and defend. Because it's worse than my original run when I got here. It's not great at this. So act justice. Prove it on your side as sprinkles. Oh, so we just get it. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, we've watched you since you were a child, and this is what they said before as well. Here's where it gets hard, though. Feel, smell the power of flowers. That's it. Unless Susie can do this herself, that's kind of it here as well. There's not we can really do here. That's where we died last time though. Yeah, frick, man. Oh boy. He's not even here this time. He's like, yeah, whatever, buddy, you fail. This is the toughest battle I feel like I've done in the game besides side content. I feel like, but I love it. It's great. It's really fun. That might even be the last thing as well. That's the thing. Like, it could be more after this. We have to be careful. We have to be very careful. Got the 10% this time. We got hit once, I think. This is I feel like the toughest one for me. I don't know why. Well, they're all tough for me, clearly. Get that 20% in as well. You're not the only one who can act, right? And then it brings in the crew. Defend. And this is usually like, if you can get this right enough, it's like, it's fun as well. That's the only thing. I love Aqua so much, man. Not doing great with that either, but Act, we can do that as well, but like, honestly, probably not a bad idea, but maybe, because I was thinking healing people as well, but they changed the timing, man. They changed the timing. I was so ready for 2 hits there. They didn't change it there for sure. That timing is so hard for me. Yeah, this isn't the run either, I don't think. It's just a lot of holding down A, you know? Yeah, it's over. This is definitely out the run. I wish you could restart, but then again, that's not going to teach us anything, is it? That's not going to teach us anything whatsoever. This kidding is still magnificent. Praise. A little disheartened. A little disheartened. Because one of the things, because the boss battles are rather long, we're in a situation now where, unless we get it right, we have to like redo a bunch of this stuff as well, you know? Should we be, we don't like, yeah, it's tough for me. It's definitely tough for me. And I still get rid of Raw State. That's why I didn't heal Raw State at the time as well.
And one more for the fans.
What? Did they do? Was that? Did they do the one more for the fans thing before as well? It's fine.
System low. And one more for the fans.
Okay. Little top off here, which is not terrible. Staying down there seems to work as well. Susie's idea? Isn't Susie's idea? Chris, I just noticed one flower you said, but the flowers were unstopped going up a while ago. If you want to get to the dark fountain, we just gotta find another way. Got it? Hey, Flowery, Asgo's falling over there. Oh, buddy? Oh my god, they actually did look. This is it. Go! Wait, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my god, it's an actual freaking, like, Again, this is what I'm talking about. This battle is so God, it's so different from everything that like you come to learn about final like battles here. Oh god. You know what I mean? Like from any battle we've done in like Undertale or Deltarune. It's so different. Oh my god, ain't nobody outspeeds a flower. Oh my god, it's so different from anything we've ever done. The sweat on him as well. What a great idea from Susie. He almost got past me for a second there. Wake up, Chris. I can never lose to you because I'm not alone. Oh my god. Watch and learn, Chris. The true power of friendship. How's this gonna work? Wait, what? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. How is this gonna... It's just... We just have to keep hitting? Is that what we have to do? Like that? Oh my... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And all of them around him as well. Wait. Wait. Is that just it? Did we do it? Okay, great. Maybe. That was superb. I hesitated. Why? Now, again, there could be like another phase. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying this right now. I was struggling. I was doubting myself. I was feeling so down on myself. I was disheartened. There was times where I was like, man, am I going to be able to do this? But it's one of those things like, just like every single battle, and I feel like this happens all the time with Deltarune, right? And look back at any videos too, and I think I love this about this too. Like, the point where I fail in these games is always like right before the end. You know what I mean? And then when you finally do it, you're like, oh my god, I was so close all those times. And you get like this kind of like, not confidence back, but this like heart back where you're like, ah. Oh, like every time I was like this close, you know? And that's a great feeling. But that's happened so many times in Deltarune Undertale. So many times I've gotten through a battle that I thought like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to do this. And it's like, no, every single time where I thought I wasn't gonna be able to do this, I was like that close. The same thing happened with Gerson where I was like, am I gonna be able to do this? Then I tried a different strategy and I was like, oh, okay, that's actually like way easier than we thought. Every battle it feels like once you get to that point, it's like, okay. But that was great. Even if it was like one of those things where like I was struggling. I definitely was struggling. The timing I was struggling with. I feel like looking back now, it was like I let myself get too down in the dumps about something, which again, you know, maybe adds the idea of Deltarune as well. It's not right. We have to defeat you. We have to. I think I smell another phase. Get up. I think I smell another phase. Oh, Asgore, what are you doing? Oh my god. Asgore. Oh, Asgore. Chris, my god, are you alright? That's their child. Flowery, did you say they went home? Lied to Asgore about it, by the way. Lied to Asgore about it. I thought if they wanted to prove. How could I have let this happen? This eye-opening thing, by the way. How eye-opening for Asgore to see the body of their child on the ground after losing, and not losing, but after a battle with Flowery. I was so obsessed with finding out about the Dark World. I didn't make sure you were. Yeah? Oh? Oh. This is comedy, not a tragedy. Get up, you two. Chris, wait, no, I thought they were going for another battle, but I think Blue just healed everybody for this, just for like, you know, to be lovely. Chris, thank goodness you're okay. This proves, by the way, the story has been a story about like emotional distance and neglect. I'm not saying, as I always say, it's not about Asgore being evil, it's not about Toriel being evil, but the fact that Asgore says himself, I didn't notice you, I should have noticed, but I was so obsessed with this thing, is also a parallel to the real world of being so obsessed with the past and Toriel that they barely notice Chris beyond talking about the family. It's always about the family and Toriel and about financial troubles, all these things. What a huge moment. Oh my god. I think I owe you an apology. Whoa. This is huge. Whew. Not just you, but everyone as well. Yep. Chris. That horrible day. I've only blamed myself for what happened. What do you mean? Is this what he's talking about that Toriel blamed him for? All I ever wanted. Yeah, was to prove it wasn't my fault. What was it? What happened? To make sure that would never happen again. What happened? That was all because of this. And we know this is their obsession. Oh my god, the dark world. But now I'm finally here. It makes me realize how pointless that all was. Beautiful colors here, by the way. None of you ever blame me. Whoa. None of you ever said it was my fault. Even so, seeing the aftermath of my failure. There's Azrael as well, by the way. Made my self-hatred consume me. Oh my god, manifesting self-hatred as well. That would make sense with all of his actions as well. And thinking that getting back to where he was before, or trying to get back to where he was before, was going to heal everything. That's research? One that ultimately drove your mother away. So what actually drove Toriel away wasn't the idea of like the blame that she had for him, was the fact of whatever he did, or whatever happened, was the fact that he became so obsessed with proving that it wasn't his fault. He hated himself so much that he had to prove to himself more than anything. He was acting in his head that he was going to prove it to Toriel and Azrael and to Chris, but instead he was trying to prove to himself, and that obsession is what drove Toriel away. Oh my god! I thought I could just prove I was right, and the only person that again, from his own words, the only person that doubted himself was himself. Who fixed everything? Oh my god! But even when I finally found that proof I wanted, I still failed to protect you all. Chris, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not realizing sooner. And you know what's so crazy? I think they say, maybe I'm wrong, but like, and again, I'm not a psychologist. I never will be. But like, I think that there is a thing that like a lot of people don't realize the error of their ways, or the way that their mental health has like destroyed other people, until there's like a moment where it's like, oh my god, look what I've done. And it's not just that, it's addiction, it's all those things. Like sometimes it needs to be like a thing where it's like again, not in a way that like punishes the person to be like, you evil, whatever. More just a case of like, I think a lot of times when it comes to like stuff like this, the realization comes at a cost sometimes if it goes too far. I'm not saying that that's a healthy way of doing it. I may want to make sure usually it's like, hopefully they can get help before that. But I think this is not an uncommon thing for people to realize, okay, my self-hatred has led to it. Because again, it's like, look at the thing is like how, like, we've all gone through times in our life where we've been like really, really sad about our lives, or we've been anxiety riddled or whatever, and like at different levels. And if you think of it, like those moments of self-hatred, even at the smallest level, right? How like devastating is it? And how much like can it harm other people, even if it's just for a small moment of like that day you're feeling down about yourself. You will treat people differently. You'll act differently. And again, I want to make it clear here. I want to make it perfectly clear. There's two things can be true at once. Asgore has kids, and a kid that they need to look after and take care of. But we can also acknowledge the mental health toll that it took on Asgore as well. We can acknowledge that like you have a kid, and no matter what, they come first. Factually so. There's no debate. A kid comes first. There's nothing. And again, it's one of those things where like, I know you guys won't debate it, but I'm saying that just like as a topic in general, when you have a kid, they come first no matter what. But we can also acknowledge that it's very clear that self-hatred took over Asgore here. When Azrael comes home, I would love to see both of you together. Wow, even without your mother, it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal for Asgore. Because again, the whole idea of Azrael coming home was like this symbol of like, okay, once Azrael comes home, we can all be together now. What Asgore saying this shows that he's saying, okay, your mother doesn't have to be there. And what a big statement to Chris. It doesn't have to be about your mother, because every time they talk, it's about something about the mother, the home, Toriel. What a statement. We can hang out without your mother. We can move on without your mother. Not that your mother will still be in your lives, but I'm saying that like I can move on and still be your dad without talking about how we're gonna recreate the past. Now he still has the element of like, oh, I want to see you two together, but I feel like it's a way healthier way of looking at it. And Chris, I'm immensely Asgore. Whoa, that's so beautiful. Holy hell, dude! Like that hit me so hard, like tears welling up my eyes. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. I love that, like, I love that this game has like complicated emotions like this, where like we can acknowledge the damage that this could do to a family and to Chris's psyche, while also like we can sit here and acknowledge all of like an Asgore acknowledging the damage that he has done, while also still like having this one line hit us so hard in the heart. You know what I mean? Because again, hearing this type of stuff without any strings attached, without like, oh, and let's go talk to your mother, maybe things will go back to normal, maybe this is happening, oh, this is the financial troubles I'm having, this is this and that. Just saying this one line without any strings attached is so important. It seems like while I wasn't looking, you become courageous and wise. It's so painful because this like happens, like, you know, it's so painful. Oh, the gang, and in hiding the face as well, and made many wonderful friends. It's so true. It's so true. The reason why it hits so hard and it's so painful, it's obviously, you could say it's self-explanatory, but like, we talked about this all along, and I think it's like, you know, it's not a thing where like, oh, I got it, like, but like, it's like, we've been saying this from the start, that like the neglect that is there is not an evil neglect, right? It's not a neglect of like evilness. It's not Asgore and Toriel trying to be evil. It's not Asgore trying to do, like, it is one of like, you know, very horrid mental health problems. But it's also a thing where like, that's not, as Chris as is the child, it's not Chris's path to navigate through the mental health issues of Toriel and Asgore. That's not their problem. And that's not their job. It's not their job whatsoever. And that's why it can be equally frustrating and angry about Asgore, but also heartbreaking, right? Does that make sense? Where it's like, I can be still frustrated with Asgore while still being heartbroken that they went through that as well, that Asgore went through that. You know what I mean? It can be, because again, when it comes, it's, as I always say, when it comes to a kid, it changes everything. The mentality changes. It's like, this is someone that needs to be protected, you know? And the heartbreaking aspect is Asgore acknowledging and admitting that because when I was so focused on getting the family back and finding the truth behind this stuff and not being blamed by myself and not having my self-hatred, I didn't notice that you grew up. You know? It's so painful. Chris, it's your time now. End this stream, won't you? Like, it's so painful. And again, I applaud this game for never making this a game where it's like, because I think if you think that the endings of any chapter are flowers and rainbows, they're never flowers and rainbows. Which I love flowers and rainbows, but this game is not going for that. This game has complicated characters that, you know, have glaring flaws that hurt other people, that affect other people. And in Flowery as well. But wait, Asgore. What about the diner? What about the skateboards? Flowery. You do know I was just playing along, right? My only goal was to find the truth. And that's what we saw as well. He also was neglecting the flowers as a parallel to neglecting emotionally Chris. If anything, your actions towards me made me realize, well, how it feels to receive such unasked for. I didn't even think about that. Oh. I didn't even think about that. The fact that he sees his trying to get back with Toriel and pushing his affection on a family that no longer is a full in-law tied together family. He sees Flowery constantly pushing this affection on Asgore, as Asgore sees it as the same thing that he would do maybe back home. You didn't actually like my mixed... Oh. Well, I did. It was, well, very thoughtful. At times you seemed like a really lovely person. All of you did, but... Asgore, listen, this world is perfect for you. I've seen how alone you are. You want to go back? Even if I wanted to, I couldn't stay. Why? Back in the real world, my shop is waiting. Oh, man, this is such an important thing as well. And I love that he says, back in the real world, my shop is waiting, because then it shows, like, again, he still has the passion for these flowers, but also, I feel like the Asgore before this, if he was going to say that he was coming back, what would he say? Toriel is waiting for me. When he knows she's not. It's not right to leave it empty. Someone has to take care of the flowers. This is so... I can't argue with that, old buddy. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants. I think Flowery hearing it plainly is a big deal as well, you know? Because Asgore, you know, didn't say it plainly. Again, we talk about the emotionally distance and emotional neglect, right? It's not... And again, I know the word neglect sounds so bad because it is bad, right? And I want to make that clear. I hope it never sounds like just because I'm saying, like there was mental health issues and I'm brushing out of the rug. You guys know I wouldn't, and you guys know I never would. Because a lot of people, when you say the word emotional neglect, and a lot of people think of it as like, oh, that's not that bad, as like actual, like, you know, at least they were feeding your kid, at least they were doing this and stuff like that as well. But like that type of stuff where like a parent categorizes every one of their meetings as a way to like talk about the past, or talk about Toriel, or talk about financial troubles, or talk about like, you know, very personal stuff between, you know, about their past. That's something that kids remember, especially in Chris's way, where Asgore admitted that like Chris grew up and they barely noticed because they were so clouded by this one thing they needed to do. Again, I want to make it clear. I don't want to say it's I'm not sitting here saying, again, as I said, Asgore is like an evil villain. You know what I mean? I want to make it clear, like, but like, because I feel like, you know, online sometimes you try to be like a little bit nuanced and say like, hey, like, you know, this person didn't do the right thing here. But then there's like calls for like, you know, hey, they're an evil demon, whatever. And it's like, no, they were very much bad, and what they did was bad. But as I said, two things can be true at once if we can acknowledge every single aspect of it. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, I'm always going to look out for Chris as number one. Well then, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Just like that. I'm never... Oh, I don't want to say goodbye to Aqua. Can we like find a loophole to bring Aqua with us? I don't really get it, but playing together was fun. Let's play again soon. I don't want to get rid of... No, like, can we bring Aqua? At the very least. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for watching my dream. Oh. I don't want to say goodbye to these characters at all. Sounds silly now, but I just wanted to be a cowboy. Well, was it a good one? You were the best. Thanks for watching my dream. Are you just gonna shrug, Green? Green wanted to be a chef and know the flavor. Wait, are you saying this about everybody food? Thank you for what? Green. This is so freaking brutal, man. I'm dying here. I wanted to have courage and fight and protect what I loved. Was I brave? You'll say I was brave, right? You were brave. Thanks for watching my dream. You were so brave. You were so brave. Alright, Blue. I wanted to move to feel, to know, to love in my limbs. But even if it ends, love will always continue. Thank you for watching our dream. This is so brutal, man. I don't want to say goodbye. This is such a beautiful cast of characters. While I still could, I wanted to know everything. Of course, in the end, I couldn't really be the genius I wanted, but I still like to think I learned a whole lot. Thank you for watching my dream. Thank you, Seth. This is what you call a perfect cast of characters. What they did here with these flowers and Flowery is once again another reason why, like, you'll never draw me away from Deltarune, ever. The fact that I'm sitting here with a tear-soaked face and I feel it in my throat, like I can barely talk, is it's proof that, like, these characters, like, to me, like, have such a love behind the writing of them. And for me personally, I'll never forget them. I never will. Then Flowery's next. I don't really know what to say. It's okay. I think the flowers saying everything they want to say as well was beautiful. I think it's such a beautiful moment. Like, I'm not, like, I feel like, it's crazy as well that, like, the symbol of a flower sprouting out of the ground should be something that strikes fear into our heart in some ways, you know? But I instead, feel nothing but love. And a lamenting feeling that I'm not gonna be with these characters anymore. I think I always say too that, like, and it's something that hurts, but it's, I can barely speak, guys, I can barely speak. I said this ever since I was, like, a teenager. One of the hardest things about playing a game that has such a beautiful story is that you can never play it for the first time again. While I can always visit these characters and see these characters, I can always, like, I can never see Aqua for the first time again. I can never see Seth for the first time. I can never see Blue and Yellow. I can never see all these characters. And, like, what made it always easier when you finished a lot of the Deltarune missions is that when I go back to Castletown, those characters will be waiting for me. But that's not the case with these characters. I'm gonna die. I need to keep going. Flowers have dreams too. The darkness that is fantasize a higher form of consciousness, but dreams are dreams. It's time this capricious reverie came to an end. Chris the Fountain is waiting for you. This our dream will always set to an end. Even if we defeated you, we know flowers left in darkness will perish. What if we could give Asgore a glimpse of perfect world? It'll make up for everything you've done for us. After all, we weren't supposed to live more than a single day. That is so beautiful. Oh man. I think, like, how beautiful is that? The idea that they valued the small amount of life that Asgore gave them, because they knew their lifespan wasn't supposed to be more than a day. and Asgore gave them such a long life. And watching him through that glass that they were kept alive in, they saw a man who clearly was troubled, clearly was, like, not in a great place. And they valued so much the idea that this man kept them alive and cherished them, and it pained them to see him so hurt. And all they wanted to do was give him a day of happiness. But they didn't realize that the happiness Asgore wasn't going to find it amongst here, or even amongst his research. Oh, look at the shadows here. What are you waiting for? We said goodbye, that means goodbye. The flowers back home, they were my wedding bouquet. I kept taking care of them all this time, but from now on, I'm going to do it for my own sake. That's the best answer I could hear. Don't take care of those flowers because you believe it keeps the idea of Toriel and you alive. Take care of them because you want to take care of them. Did you want to say something? Oh, whoa. Chris, don't worry. After we get back, we can tell the mayor about everything we saw. I know she'll do everything she can to help. The more people are safe from this, the better. Hopefully. Chris got her friend. It's strange. At a glance, they look a bit like Azrael. Oh, they do. But the longer you look, the harder it is to tell if they're a monster at all. Wow. So there's like a disconnect there as well. You're both worried, Chris, that Azrael was going to end up on your only friend. Oh my god, but it seems that you've met someone rather wonderful. Oh. Not only has she fought by your side through danger, but you also seems to have an interest in flowers. So again, that is something that happens with parents. They probably talk to themselves like, oh, maybe Chris isn't going to find a friend. Chris is going to have no friend, which again, you know, some people don't, and that's fine. Like if you can find peace with your life, but I think parents always want, like, you know, you to have somebody, and they're worried that it was always going to be just Azrael. So like Susie is like this symbolic thing of like, oh my god, Chris is going to be okay. It was as if your very soul was glowing. Oh man. This one hurts to close more than any other fountain so far. Easily. Hey. Oh, you were still here. No. Someone just made a second. What? What? Is that the Roaring Knights? Leave it to me. Oh, wait. Flowery. Oh my god, it's Flowery. Is that the Roaring Knight he's chasing after? Wait, what? You think you can outspeed a flower? Oh my god, Flowery. Amazing. Wait. It is the Roaring Knights. Oh my god. Oh, just casually walking out, leaving so soon. Oh my god, this is like this is, I never use this word, but I gotta use it, guys. I never use it. It's never been used ever, I think, once across these entire playthroughs. This is what you call peak. The guy who's been trying to stop us this whole time confronting the Roaring Knight. This is amazing. You're not the only one that can start a battle. What? In what universe? Oh my god, so sorry guys, my fan just went crazy. Sorry about that. This is insane. Try run away now? Flowery Spear, oh my god! Looks like it's just you and me. Take this. Do we have to do this? Oh my god, we're not doing anything. How'd you like my Jerome? Oh my god. I already liked Flowery, but being on the other side of this now, like watching them beat up the Roaring Knight, it makes me love them. Oh no. You can ignore my fake statistics. Oh, they were fake. Oh, Flowery. Flowery, get out of there, please. I don't like where this is going. Who needs stats anyway? I've got a bouquet of my own, where that came from. Suzuki still don't get it. Nothing is stronger than A flower's dream. Oh, flowery. This is freaking stunning, man. This is stunning. Holy hell. Yeah. Oh. Did you guys, when you played this, could you feel something bad was going to happen as well? Oh my god, with the flowers over him as well. It's almost like the way to like almost like blood, and then Rossi being the one to heal them at the end. Or try to heal them, I should say. Flowery, say something. Raleigh. You know your magic can't heal this, so why? Yeah, but they're choosing to do it of their own free will. Because I have to try, you know. Flowery, are you okay? They fought so hard in the end for Asgore. And for us. So someone opened up a fountain. I'm fine, princess. I just need a little water. This music as well is sparkly, magical. It's like the end of a 90s movie, man. Flowers really are used. No, they're not. No, they're not. They sit around looking beautiful, then they wither away. Don't say that. Don't say that. Now our caretaker is gone and we'll take care of you. What the hell? I never thought at all when Flowery showed up for the first time that Flowery would be something that I would be crying this hard over. Oh my god. Give you light and water and stuff. And then we'll go get Asgore back. How sweet are you? How sweet you are. Everyone, listen carefully to me. Us plants neither darken or light are darkeners nor lighteners. We are living beings. That's that take on new consciousness in the dark. We can feel things others can't understand. Something horrible is stirring underneath the town. A darkness beyond your imagination. Wait, Castle Town or this town? Susie Chris. Oh no, the actual town. The road ahead of you is draped in shadow, but I know you can do it as long as you stay together. I could never have predicted this. Never in a million years. You two have the inner light that can save this world. I just wish I wasn't so useless. Dude, look what you did. You like went toe to toe with the Roaring Knight. You aren't useless, Flowery. Having something to take care of gave Asgore I genuinely think it probably kept him alive. I genuinely do think those flowers kept Asgore alive. Just being a flower, that's enough for him. Exactly, in Asgore's eyes, you were everything. Raleigh. You're half bad yourself, you know that? Oh my god. In her life, we could have been friends. That would be beautiful. That would be so beautiful. Because again, Flowery brought out the best in Ralsei and made Ralsei really understand themselves. And just the very iconic symbol of the flower there. You two go seal the fountain, okay? I'll stay here. What a massive amount of growth. Alright. Like, did you ever think for the moment that when Ralsei started all this with the rivalry with Flowery, again, I thought that like maybe they would like, you know, I always said that Flowery was an amazing mirror to Ralsei and a foil to Ralsei to make them improve. But like for Ralsei to be sitting here and being the one tending to the flower right now it's so beautiful. What a story of these flowers. Like like it's insane. It's insane how every single time they make these new characters that we just care about so much, and this time like I feel like it was multiplied by 1,000. He's going to be dramatic. Honestly, that is very flowery though, but like he did it for us and he did it for Asgore. Chris, Just seal it. Two fountains sealed in one moment. Right back here in the shop as well. Oh, and his, oh my god, I just literally was looking around the shop and then, yeah, his freaking jar is the one that's broken. So since he was the one, he didn't get to fade away, he died in the other world, so he actually, like, ended up dying here as well. I'm gonna try to find something out. I don't know if it's gonna work. Is this a thing we can explore the place beforehand? It's too dark to look. Okay, I think that's kind of an indication. It's a broken container for a golden flower. You dug through the soil. In the soil were two things. One, a packet of seeds from the golden flower. They are covered in warning labels. You took the seeds. The second thing was a piece of paper. On the piece of paper was a code. It says shelter undying. You gripped it, the paper. And with both hands, began to tear it. Oh my god, they nearly tore it up. I got a tape, help me out. It's like, Susie, take the paper. Is that... It's a bit ripped, but I can still read it. That's the door code. Chris, we got another code. Hey, don't just stand there, tape him up. Again, Susie with the care for, Sorry guys, you're gonna have to share for now. I think if that's, is that Blue's? I think Blue is 100% the right choice to share, if I'm being real with you. Blue, who appreciates love more than anything else. I should explain. Before we sealed the first fountain, Flowery talked to me and told me that Asgore used to be the police chief. What? And still had his shelter code buried in the flowery soil. He told me not to tell anyone about it, but guess he told you too, huh? No, we just found it. So I wonder if it's a thing then, like, I wonder if Flowery kind of, we kind of can ascertain that Flowery probably thought that they weren't going to survive for long. They just were trying to survive as long as they could. Anyway, let's get out of here fast. Boo. So something absolutely horrible happened. And it actually, like, sucks really bad. I like switch flipped on the power box because I think someone plugged something in and made the power go, which means that I didn't save the game. But I think, judging by this, I'm going to watch the ending anyway, but thankfully I think there's literally only like a few, like maybe like 3 minutes left. I'm not going to let it get me down. I love this game. I'm just going to replay it before the next one comes out anyway, so like to do the boss again. But it is like one of those things where it is like such a random thing that could happen and such a bummer. But thankfully, all the big, like, maybe, again, there could be like more things happening, but again, with 3 minutes left, I don't know how much they're going to pack into it, but like, we got past like all the big, gigantic emotional moments, so nothing was ruined there, thank God. But like, yeah, it's such a bummer because like I worked so hard on the boss, but obviously like I'll just do it again before next year or whatever. Next time it comes out, it won't be that big of a deal whatsoever. But I will say that like, yeah, I got someone to send me a link really quickly of like a full playthrough with like no commentary. The thumbnail didn't have anything in it, so thank God there was no spoilers. And there is only like, I feel like 3 minutes left, so let's check this out here as well. Back to reality again, huh? Chris, we couldn't stop them. Oh my God, the feeling is now. How much longer are they going to keep taking more people about the roaring night as well? Feeling probably helpless here. And how much longer are those people going to be safe? I... Yeah, of course we're feeling this. Hey, Chris. I know this probably isn't good timing. Maybe it's actually the worst timing, but... Would you mind walking me home? Oh, man, of course. There's something I want to talk to you about. Yeah, of course. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, Susie feeling this kind of downtrodden feeling now after, like, you know, failing a few times. Hey, the lights are still up. Kinda. Not fully, I guess. So, about what I wanted to say. It's like... You know... I guess... You and me make a pretty good team, right? I've just been thinking about that. Thinking about us. Hey, not over there. So you can't go to different places as well. So that's good to know as well, that we can't just, like, you know... Unless we could have gone into different buildings as well, and then I'll make a separate video on that. 100%. Since that day in the closet. Since our first adventure. Kind of feels like all this has been... Our special Chris and Susie thing. Oh, that's so sweet, Susie. Our thing no one could take away. That's so sweet to hear. Our secret... Our adventures. The smile as well. Our thing that's just better. It was just the two of us. You feel the same way, right, Chris? That's so beautiful. Again, it is something that connects the two of them. It's made them friends. It's made them closer. And it's such a beautiful thing to even think about. I guess what I want to say is... Chris, this can't just be our adventures anymore. Whoa. People are in actual danger. Yes. Oh, this is a really good point by Susie. Your dad is in actual danger. I'm dying. We can't mess up anymore. This is such an oh my god, what a turning point. We have to tell someone. Someone closer to the shelter codes. The mayor? Someone can help us fight, so that's maybe not the mayor. Chris, this can't just be a me and you thing. It needs to be... Noelle. Interesting. Chris. Thanks for walking me home. To Castletown? I mean, they have a home there. You know, they do have a home there. Yeah, okay. Thankfully we didn't miss much, but that's a huge part to end there as well. Susie acknowledging that this problem is bigger than us. It's no longer just a thing where it's like where we thought could be really fun, which is our fun adventures. It's now a thing that affects a lot of people. And it already did affect a lot of people, but I think it's like easy to push it back in your mind because again, we were having so much fun with all these characters where like all of like Susie and Chris and Ralsei, we were all having fun in our adventures. But as you saw with Ralsei was like, you know, not speaking up a lot because they wanted Susie and Chris to still have fun. No matter what dangerous things happened, we still had a lot of like exciting fun, and you know, we were excited about it. But what Susie's saying here is something that is like, I think, a very natural turning point and a natural story beat within this game. And that is, oh man, that's so great. Oh, that's so awesome. Look at this. Welcome to Well. Oh, they're building a room for the well. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a bit of cake. Susie's very serious. They're very serious about bringing Noelle into this. Very serious. Oh my god, I thought it was just gonna end there. But yeah, it's a natural progression to like to really care about. There it is. In chapter 6, it's a natural progression to now feel like this is way more serious after all the fun, because this is something that is affecting a lot of people as well, right? This is something that's affecting like everybody. 100%. So we're going to talk about all this stuff as well. Okay. The flower stuff in this chapter, to me, is one of the like best additions they've had to the game so far. I think saying goodbye to them like actually drained me of tears, just because I genuinely like grew to like really love these characters. And what Deltarune's really good at doing that like a lot of other games I feel like personally don't always like get right is creating a situation where like nobody is really like ultimately the evil bad guy besides the bad guy in the background, the quote unquote roaring knight. Whereas like it's one of those situations where like you can point out flaws and actions that characters are doing where it's like, Flowery, that's bad. Asgore, that's bad. You shouldn't do this, Orange, right? But there's not a situation where like I was going through this whole chapter where I was looking at the flowers where I was like, oh, these guys are evil. These guys are bad. And it became so apparent as time was going forward as well that like they were just like, you know, fighting for their own happiness as well. And when you find out in the end as well that these characters fought to be, how do I say it? Fought to be alive just so they can give the small amount of life they were going to have to Asgore. You really kind of like go from being like, you know, well, I still have that idea where I'm like, hey, we have to stop this because this isn't healthy for Asgore to stay here forever, right? But then you also like think to yourself when you do realize like exactly when Flowery talks about having like, you know, 1 day of life and how Asgore gave them much more life. From that perspective, it's like, okay, like you can understand why they would want, they never thought they were going to live long at all. So the little bit of life they had left, they were like, we're going to give it to Asgore so that Asgore can be happy, so Asgore can feel happiness. And I think it is like such a, as usual, strong, you know, story writing from Deltarune, where you can have this like these characters who you're fighting throughout this whole chapter, and you love them every single time a bit more you fight them. Like, that's so Deltarune to me. The fact that I can go through this story and fight these characters, and every time I fight them, I'm like, I love that character more. Aqua, like, as a character is a star. Like, an actual, like a star. Like, they hit a home run when it came to Aqua, and Green as well. And you just think it's one of those things where, like, Yellow and Blue's relationship, the whole thing with Orange being insecure. Seth, I think, like, for me, I didn't connect with as much, but I think maybe, like, that's because Seth was trying to resist connecting with us the most. That's why I didn't connect with the most. But, like, I feel like, you know, all these characters here, these flowers, were such a beautiful idea. And, you know, even with the thought process at the end, with the whole thing of, like, the idea of the happiness and, like, the fantasy and, like, oh, we're fighting for our fantasy and you're fighting for yours. We're fighting to keep Asgore happy. Was such a poignant and important kind of discussion we had amongst all that stuff as well. And like, and I even like talked to you guys about it too. It's like such an interesting idea where we're like, I'm sitting here going like, oh, like this is so nuanced and beautiful and painful. And also like, it makes you think about a lot of stuff too. And I actually really like the way they've done the Flowery story here. Not just as like a character who like is like this, because at the start they were just like a really wild character who was just trying to like, that seemed like they were just trying to annoy us. But over time it was like, oh, they are like trying to give back to Asgore. They're trying to give everything to Asgore. They're trying to give a life to Asgore and a happiness to Asgore. Whereas for a like from our perspective at the start, it was more like a thing of like, oh, they're trying to just foil us and be annoying. Which again, they were a foil, but like in the best way possible. Because to them, we weren't a villain either. We were probably more just like a blockade. we were like a dog that wouldn't let go of a bone. You know what I mean? We were just like, we were the one thing standing in Asgore's way in their view to Asgore's pure happiness. And it's so interesting when you look at it from the perspective of, like, you know, a very literal thing of these flowers in a case, looking at this man who has kept them alive much longer than they are, this symbol of what is his love for Toriel and not being able to let go of Toriel. It's both stubborn and a beautiful thing to then transfer that to this world and have these flowers be this kind of human form of flowers, want to, like, finally be able to do something about the sadness that this character has felt. Because again, Asgore did feel sadness. He was he was in pain. He was feeling down about himself. And then to be able to, like, finally make it up to him. Finally, like, be like, hey, look, we can finally make this man happy. They watched him cry. They watched him suffer. They watched him, you know, through financial situations, through losing family and all this stuff as well. And now they feel it was their time to finally be able to soothe that pain and give something back for the stuff that they gave them. And they only wanted to do if they could give, as Flowey said, if he can give Asgore one day of happiness, but he didn't even do that. Because again, the perception of what happened here, again, from their perspective, they thought that this was, and the word fantasy is a perfect word for it, they thought that they were actually giving Asgore everything he ever wanted. But it is very clear as we're going through the story that Asgore was here to find the truth behind the Dark Fountain and mend the bridge that was in his heart. It was no longer like about, you know, they couldn't soothe Asgore because it wasn't what he was looking for. He wasn't looking for these flowers to take care of him or to look after him. He wasn't looking for these flowers to appease him or to give him attention. So we saw in those cutscenes when all the flowers were trying to get his attention, he would just, like, ignore them. Not because he hated them, but because in the parallel to what happened with Chris in real life as well, he didn't notice the flowers or didn't notice their emotional importance and didn't notice their emotions and their and how distant they were being from the flowers. And I think that is like a straight parallel, but they showed that Asgore was here to find out about the Dark Fountain. To the point that he even said that, like, Flowey showed him what it's like to gain unwanted affection, which, by the way, how honest is it to have a character say that? You showed me a part of myself I don't like. The part of the affection that I don't like, when someone doesn't want to be my affection. And now we have this thing where Asgore also saw Chris laying on the ground hurt, you know, after a big fight. And it was that rude awakening. And it's, as I said, it's horrible, it's honest, and it's brutal. Sometimes it takes something very serious happens to snap someone out of it. Because as we said, it is depressing what Asgore went through. It is so sad what Asgore went through. But we can also acknowledge that, like, again, as we said before, it's not Chris's place to bear the burden of that. It's not Chris's place to have to, like, you know, watch their, you know, to listen to their dad's problems. That's not what it is. You know, your child is not your friend. They are your child. And Asgore admitted it there. I did not see you grow up and look where you are now. You have friends. You're courageous. You're so brave. And it's such an important moment for the relationship, because then Asgore also afterwards said, yeah, I will now tend to my flowers because I want to, not because I'm thinking of getting back with Toriel, because I want to. And he explained exactly, I mean, we don't know exactly what happened, whatever, with the thing he believed that he was blamed for, but it wasn't that everyone else blamed him. It wasn't that everyone else thought he did something wrong. It was a self-hatred that led to him believing that he did something wrong, because nobody else blamed him for what happened or whatever happened. And what's so interesting about that too, again, I'm not a psychologist, but it feels like a very honest way of portraying that too, where, like, a self-hatred can lead to a loss of people around you, because people will stay, again, it's the same thing with depression. I want to make this clear. And again, I saw a music video recently by 17 that they showcased this as well, which is like this feeling of, like, the partner was with the person for as long as possible when they were depressed and they were sad and they had self-hatred and all this stuff. But the partner also has to live their life at some point too. So they stayed with them for so long and tried to mend everything, but eventually it became a thing where they were no longer living their lives either, this partner. And you can see it as a selfish thing, but, like, but Toriel leaving this man because he became so obsessed with the idea of, like, trying to cure his own self-hatred is actually a very normal and, like, more of a healthy thing than you think it is. Because whilst like it's one of those things, people say to death do you part, and it's like, oh well, they should stick together and stick with them forever, and these things too. But there can be a thing, and this is so harsh to say, because especially if you're going through depression, but I think even people with depression and people who have mental health issues who watch these videos, you will agree with me and say that like something that like if you are getting professional help, they will probably tell you that like it can feel like for some people that they want to help you and they want to help you so badly, but if it goes on for a long, long time, it can feel like they are also getting like pulled into the atmosphere of this whole situation. I know it's so harsh to say, and I hope it doesn't sound like if anyone's listening to this, like you are worthy of love and being helped and cared about, and the people that care about you do care about you, and I want to make that clear. But I'm saying that it can get to a situation for like Toriel, it can get to a situation where that self-hatred becomes so dominating in their lives that she's no longer living her life and it's no longer fair on her. And that's like and that's what I think they're trying to portray here. Is not this thing where Toriel abandoned, like the way the Flowers tried to portray it. Right? It was more of a thing where Toriel clearly had to move on because it was too much. I'm not trying to say like Toriel's like, like we don't know the ins and outs of what happened, but that's what I'm assuming it happened. That's my interpretation of what happened. And it's brutal. It's brutal to think about, right? It's not easy. It's not fancy. It's not nice. It's not clean. But that's the thing. A lot of people, and I say this all the time, when people talk about depression, and people do TV shows on depression, and when people do like movies on depression, and they talk about depression, when they say they'll be there for someone forever, they don't realize how hard that can get. But also, TV portrays it in such a romantic way sometimes, They're sad and they're depressed and they're going around the place kind of like, a little bit, they're wearing dark clothes and stuff like that. And that's what TV, like, bastardizes it in some way. When the reality is, as anyone who goes through this would know, depression is brutal. It's not clean. It's not romantic. It's not portrayed. It's portrayed in a beautiful way, like where it's like, oh my God, they're so sad in movies. But it's like, it's not just that. It's the same way when people online, when someone like posts a picture of like, hey, I'm cleaning my room finally, which is such a beautiful thing. If you're in that stage where you're like, I'm cleaning my room finally after like, being depressed for so long, proud of you. So proud of you. But people like quote a tweet on Twitter being like, I cannot believe you guys can't do anything. And it's like, you guys only care about the romantic movie aspects of depression. You do not give a damn about stuff like this that happens in Deltarune, where it can literally just tear apart someone to the point where their partner can't even look at them anymore. It gets brutal, right? And that's the thing that has to be noted. It gets brutal. It's not easy. And I'm not saying that movies like always, there's some movies that do an amazing job, but I just always see like TV shows where they're like, they portray it in a way that's like, it almost makes it seem glamorous. You know what I mean? Where it's like they're getting all the attention. They're getting all this, and they're getting like, people are like, talk about them all the time, and like, they're listening to dark music and they're walking, which again, these are also symptoms where like, listening to more sad music, not being able to like, get out of bed. These are all symptoms that like are very serious. But a lot of times in movies they romanticize it. But like I do like in Deltarune that they showcase here that like Asgore's self-hatred led to him effing up his life on intention, so to the point that he didn't even realize until now. That's how deep it can get. He didn't realize what had happened until now. And he might have like known, but you push it to the back of your mind. Because what did he do instead? Instead of being like, oh my God, my self-hatred led to this, what do people do instead? Oh, I blame myself for what happened, so everyone else must blame myself for what happened. If I can prove that I was right this whole entire time, they won't blame me ever again. And I'll get back with Toriel. That was his mindset. Because your mind will try to protect yourself, and in a lot of ways your mind will also hurt you too, because it's trying to convince yourself that like this bias that you have, and this a confirmation bias you have in your mind of like, oh yeah, the problem is that like I'm correct. It was my fault and I'm blaming myself. So I have to prove to everyone else that I'm not to blame. When in reality, no one outside of Asgore blamed him for anything. But from the perspective of Asgore, they did. Because the same way, that's what happens with depression. It's horrible. It's like you say to yourself, man, like I'm ugly, I talk too much, I do all this stuff as well, and then like, not that talking too much is bad, like I'm a yapper, but I'm saying that like you pinpoint stuff about yourself that you don't like, or like even like stuff like this, like, oh, people hate me, right? Everyone hates me. This person hates me. And what starts to happen? It becomes a true thing in your mind to the point that now your relationship with that person becomes fragmented because you believe every single thing that they say is a showcase of that they actually do hate you. For example, if you're someone who is oh, this person hates me, this person despises me, and then all of a sudden one day this person has a get together with their family and they invite one of the friends but not you and maybe one other friend, what's your thought process? I was right. It's not a situation where oh, maybe they can only bring one friend. It's I was right, they hate me. Or a situation where maybe one day they say something that's sounds a bit harsh, but usually would before the depression would sound kind of just okay, where it's my friends will bust each other up a bit, joking wise, would do a little dig at each other, but we know our boundaries, right? And say they say as if ugly, you know what I mean? Something a little bit because again, you know your boundaries, you're joking with each other, you're insulting each other, whatever. That's a bad example, but you know what I mean? And then before you had that self-hatred, you had this feeling of haha, that's so funny. You're that. I'm not that. You're that. But then it turns to, man, they really are taking digs at me. When beforehand, it wouldn't be even that big of a deal. You know? And I think that's what happened to Asgore. Asgore truly believed that they were to blame for what happened, whatever happened. And they believed everyone else blamed them too. Which led to this, and again, this is what we have to talk about, what it led to. Toriel no longer wanted to be with them. Azrael, we haven't heard from them in a long, long time. And when it comes to Chris, Asgore admitted it. I did not notice you growing up. And we have to call a spade a spade. That is unfair on Chris. It is. There is a better late than never thing, but obviously that's up to Chris. But I'm glad that Asgore is going to do stuff for himself and not just to get with Toriel. That to me is the best possible outcome of that entire situation. And I think that what's happening here is that they address something that's been brewing since the start of the series, and this whole chapter addressed it with the flowers and the nurturing of the flowers, but then the neglecting of the flowers, and the fact that this whole time, and it's a parallel to the real life situation where it's this whole time the flowers were thinking they were doing one thing, but Asgore didn't care at all. Not out of cruelty, but just that you were focused on something completely different. And then it's a thing, as we said, in real life with Asgore, thinking that everyone else had one thought process, but they had a completely different thought process. And they didn't blame Asgore, but he was able to have this realization as well. It's so honest. It's such an honest portrayal at the end here. And again, of course, as I said, it's been brewing for a while. It's been brewing for a long time, and now we have Asgore. Hopefully, if we can save Asgore on the right track after everything that's happened. But it's going to be tough. That's something to note as well. It's not going to be easy. This isn't a situation where this is going to be clean or whatever. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. Before I move on to talk about the other stuff as well, I do want to say that again, I want to make it clear here. I talk about the brutal aspects of depression, but if you are going through something, please always look after yourself. But then also, please understand that a lot of times in your head, it isn't the thing that you think it is, and you're so worthy of being here, and I want you here, and if you can't be proud of yourself, I'm proud of you right now. So, and just take my pride with you, all right? And that's what we'll keep that. We'll keep that, okay? It's just remember, if there's days when you don't feel proud of yourself, just know that Romer is proud of you, no matter what. So just please take that with you. I want to make that sure that's clear. Okay, I want to make sure that's perfectly clear. Well, as we talk about the flower stuff is absolutely beautiful. Their love for Asgore was so stunning, and I think even just comedy-wise, it was so great to have them around. They were so lovely, and it hit so hard when we had to say goodbye because it was such a beautiful sequence with all of them anyway. But then when having to say goodbye after all of that is just so sad. It's so sad. But yeah, the ending there as well, what we had was Asgore being taken away with the Roaring Knight. Flowery standing up to Asgore, and in an absolutely devastating moment of Flowery being broken in half and saying goodbye, and this full circle moment where again this whole chapter we had this stuff as we talked about at great length with Ralsei. It became full circle here where Ralsei still is a self-sacrificing person, but they're doing it because of their own free will, even though they were told to stop, they're like, no, I'm doing it. Right? The same thing as before. Like I think the conclusion Ross has come to is that I have to do stuff for myself. I have to be myself and also speak up for myself. But also, there's nothing wrong with me protecting my friends because they will also protect me. That's the conclusion I came to. And when Rossi was curing Flowery, that's the impression I got from that. Is that beautiful kind of idea. Maybe you guys see it differently, but that's the way I see it, honestly. It's a good culmination of a character, and Flowery was a perfect character to draw that out of Rossi. And it was a really great story by the end of it as well. I really adored the ending, though, because it has like a very beautiful aspect to it, but also very like dark as well in a way too, where like Susie mentioned something that's very, very true. We are now in a situation where like this is not just an adventure for us. This is not just fun time for us. We can't just have like a fun, like happy. We're having such a good time. It is a situation where we are like, we can't hide, like we can't ignore the fact how serious this is. We can't mask it. We can still have fun and have comedic moments, but we can't mask it anymore with like, this is just an adventure. This is not just an adventure. It's bigger than us. Undyne, Asgore, all these characters being pulled into this world here, and this is going to affect the entire town. And even Flowery said there's something brewing here. There's something dark brewing here. This is something that can't just be like our fun time adventure anymore. It can't be. And it almost feels painful because the adventure aspect was such a huge thing for our characters and our love for this game and all that. But it almost feels like as the chapters are going forward and forward, there's like this acceptance that like things are getting darker and darker and things are getting more serious and more serious. And the ending with him saying we have to bring Noelle into it, which means we might have Noelle as a party member, which will be really interesting as well. But the reason I said it's dark is that I think it's very much intentional that, you know, it's a beautiful moment. Susie going into the castle town and everyone's having a good time there and she's sleeping there and everyone loves to see her and they're all hugging her and they're all having a good time with her. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. But then they cut right outside to Chris having to walk back into the real world. That's their dad, right? That's their dad. And they're gone right now. The police force is gone. Well, the main part of the police force is gone. Toriel is, you know, a little bit emotionally distant as well. So what's so interesting about this story and the ending to me, and this is my look at it, and it's what we'll end on. Susie goes into the dark world, has everyone giving her milk, tucking her in at night, waiting on her hand and foot because, again, they love Susie so much. Chris is going home to a world without their brother Azriel, without their dad who just found a new way to care for them. And Toriel ain't reading a story. Toriel ain't, you know, giving them breakfast or tucking them in or whatever. You know, I know they're a teenager, but you know what I'm saying. It does feel like for once it's kind of like the reverse of the first chapter where like Susie felt kind of like in cold and lonely, where now Chris is returning to this world that is cold and lonely, and Susie is now in a world that is very happy and gentle. It's very beautiful. Yeah, just to talk about the mechanics. It's dark, but it's beautiful. Just talk about the mechanics of the game. Yeah, the final boss is great. Like, I loved it. Learning it was great. It was stressful, but I think it was like one of those situations where, like, as I said, once you beat it, you're like, oh my god, I did it. The setting was beautiful. The text was beautiful. This music was beautiful. The different movesets were so fun to do as well. And even the final moment where we had to use the sword, like, what a way to bring back the mechanic that we already used in such a very fantastic way. And speaking of that, mechanic throughout this whole game was great. I loved using the mechanic. It was fantastic. The new kind of like Ninja Gaiden mechanic was great. All this stuff was awesome. So yeah, like, it's one of those things where, like, mechanically the game is still so fantastic. I think now it makes sense why there was less battles. I feel like there was less battles in this chapter than there was, like, you know, in any other chapter, honestly. And at first I was very worried about not being able to practice, because my whole thing was like, I need to practice because by the time I get to the final boss, usually I've gotten the swing of things. But since there was only, I would say, like, literally, if you counted, there was probably like 12 battles total. When I got to the final boss then, though, because it was a mechanically different boss where it was more about like timing and like a mini game and like a kind of almost like a rhythm game, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Toby understood that, like, the final boss was not going to be a big traditional style bullet hell. So he was kind of like, let's, you know, we don't need to give them as much of battles to practice. And that's the way I look at it anyway. The setting was beautiful. I think they used the sunset in such an amazing way. Obviously the introduction with the flowers and the locations were great. I think it was like more simplistic, but like I think in a good way, where like there wasn't as many like different like bright locations or like different locations, but it was like they utilized what they had in terms of like the backdrop of the castle and the locations in the castle. The shop was a beautiful location as well. Oh my god, so gorgeous. But they utilized like what they had, whether it be like, you know, down below in the kind of flowery areas, the diner, the castle, the vines. They used everything they had to such a beautiful degree that it was just gorgeous as well. It was stunning. And to put an end to the discussion, Flowery as a character is such an interesting character. They really are. To have a character so hell-bent on making one character happy, and in the end, just being happy that they made them happy for one day, means that you go, as I said, going from a character that's just so weird to being like, oh, they're just absolutely wonderful. Really amazing stuff. Guys, if you want to see these videos early, you can do so on YouTube members or on Patreon for €1 or whatever's in your currency. And you get every single, well, not every single Deltarune Chapter 5 video early. The next game we're playing is Last Defense Academy, so you get the Last Defense Academy route that we're doing now early. And it will be out by the time you see this video. The Last Defense Academy video is already out on YouTube members and Patreon. If you want to see your name go by in the text credits, that's the Chunky Baby Gangsta tier, and as the €10 tier, and you get your name in every single video on the channel going by at the end here as well. If you want to hear your name be shouted out at the end of every single video as a verbal shout out, that is the Never Can Repay the Baby Gangsta tier, and that is €15 on YouTube members and Patreon as well. And I want to say thank you to the patrons first at the highest tier, that being Typharo2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuled, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Heike Sperian, Neo Showerite, Leah 200, Malcolm Kunde, Axler21, and the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco and Lucinagi. See you guys soon. Bye bye.